Arsenal stories today is that Gabriel Jesus is reportedly up for sale. They're willing to listen to offers for him. Do you think that's the right sort of member of their attack to leave this summer in their pursuit of a new striker?
Yeah, I think so. I think so. Even when they signed him, I didn't see what the Arsenal fans saw of like, this is the guy now, Jesus, and he started off quite hot. Arsenal, but also it's his injuries as well, and he just hasn't been able to stay fit. It's the same as Partey. If Partey could stay fit, then yeah, you keep him. He's an excellent addition, but why not sell Jesus, get his wages off the books, get a little bit of money and fund it for a player that A is going to be fit, but gives you, and we go back to GA, gives you a better GA, gives you more output. That's what they want. They want a clinical striker. If they can try and, raise enough money to go for an Isak or maybe even a Watkins or perhaps an Ivan Toney. I know they've called on Ivan Toney, but those players, if we're talking about as a striker up front, they're much more valuable, I think, to Arsenal than Jesus.
I like Jesus. I don't know why people don't like him.
But do you think if Arsenal were going to be this title contending, potentially title winning team,
he can be one of them.
Think that he should be upgraded on?
No, I don't think so. I think he can play right wing, left wing, and I think he's a very useful player.
He's not playing. We know he's not playing. Right
I don't think he's the elite player, but I think he can be very good squad player for Arsenal. I don't think they can improve on him for that much money, like the money they're gonna get for him. I don't think they can improve on given a squad player. A lot of people. Okay, listen. Everyone, right? And see Kudus and think that Kudus. Okay, there's 100 Kudus around in the world. Like every time you answer, but Kudus was 35 million, bro. There's not a lot of Kudus. And also, you gotta understand, it was West Ham that bought him. It's not, if Arsenal went on to buy Kudus, it would have been 50 million pounds, right? West Ham went and bought Kudus, and Kudus turned out to be this guy. In my opinion, Gabriel Jesus is a very good player as a squad player. He might not be your striker unless you have good scoring wingers. And at the current moment, Martinelli isn't scoring. Yes, Trossard is scoring now sometimes. But I think Gabriel Jesus is a very good player, and they should not sell him. There are other players to be sold.
If he's injured all the time, Mo. If he's
the injury thing is different. The injury thing is something I can't, I don't know. Yes, he's been injured sometimes now, right? Should you take a risk on him? That's a medical staff question. That's not me. But are they selling him because he's his fitness? Or are they selling him because they want to upgrade on him?
But it's a combination of the two, isn't it? I think that you look at his season this year, it hasn't been particularly good. But I think it goes back to that point we were discussing earlier. I look at his injury record. So since he's been at Arsenal, he's had 5 injuries. First time round, 7. According to Transfer Market, he missed 17 games. That was only 1 injury last year, but he missed 17 games. This season, he had a knee injury where he missed 4 games, then a hamstring injury where he missed 6, then another knee injury where he missed 1, then another knee injury where he missed 5, and then it's about not being particularly fit. But you look at him, his contract runs out in 2027, so you've got a lot of time left on that, 3 years, and he's 27 years of age. You have to look at it and say, right, in another couple of years, he's in his late 20s. Maybe the injury problems have got worse, and there's barely any time left on his contract. You could possibly still cash in and get good money for him now. Okay. And this is where I think it comes down to making good business decisions that help your football team. You have to look at it and say, is he going to have another injury-plagued season where, I forgot how many games I said that he missed this season, but if you add it all up together,
he played 24 games.
So he's missed 16 games this year, which has been a good third of the season. If he misses a third of the season next year with the wages you're paying him, if you can go out and get somebody like an Isak, if you can go and get a Gyökeres who comes in that are more prolific players, younger, the Isak injuries, you could argue they both have them, but Gyökeres, who seems to be high up on their list, or an Ivan Toney that's available, maybe for 30 or 40 million they're talking about now. I think they'll miss Gabriel Jesus when he's at his best because he's excellent, but availability is so key. And I think having somebody that is more prolific. I think, again, a little gamble they took on Gabriel Jesus was, could he be more prolific if he was the main number 9? And the answer is, when you factor in his injuries, which are part of the game, no, he can't. We gave him a chance, Arsenal can't afford to make the mistakes of yesteryear. Let's give Nicholas Bentner another year. Let's give Shamak another year. I don't remember a lot of their other strikers. Give Sonogo another chance. It'll be okay this time.
Ketia another year. They've given him a new contract.
Yeah, but exactly. They can't keep making those mistakes. You've got to when you're at the top. And I know that, well, they're not quite one of the top of the league right now. They're not winning the league. But when you're one of the top teams, you have to keep being ruthless. And if Gyökeres can come in and score an extra 15 to 20 goals, I mean, they're already the top goal scoring team in the Prem. If you could add a striker in who can add an extra, not take goals away from people, but can help the team score an extra 10, 15, 20 goals in a season, that might be an extra 5 or 6, 7 points. That might be the difference between narrowly being knocked out by Bayern Munich and going through. So I think this is where Chelsea, I know that there's I think they just have to be ruthless here, Arsenal, and look at the situation financially as much as anything else. And this is probably the best time to sell him. You leave it another season, it's a gamble. You leave it another year and he spends a lot of this season out injured again. No one's paying decent money for him. I think you could probably still pick up. What do they pay for him? Let's have a little look here. I'm not too sure what they pay. I mean, his market value is 70 million euros is his market value. They bought him for 52 million euros. Yeah, 40 odd. They could probably pick up 30 plus million pound for him still. And I know people are saying here, like, sell Nketiah first. Nketiah should also go. That for me is he should also go this summer as well. 100%.
This is the point, Jesus. Why don't I call you Jesus? Terry. This is the point, Terry.
You can call me Jesus. I won't mind.
It's the beard. But yeah, no. But this is the point, and it kind of brings me back to your point on Bruno, right? You said there are many other players that need to be sold before Bruno. There are many other players that need to be sold before Jesus. But this is the similar issue. You're in a bigger issue. Is not all of those players are sellable because there's no one that's really going to pay the money for them, like Nketiah. I don't think there's going to be a bunch of clubs lining up to sign Nketiah on the wages that he's on and for the money that they'll probably want him for. Whereas Jesus, like Bruno, if you need to raise money, are assets that you could generate money. There are a lot of players like Man United. I don't think you're going to be able to sell. No, Luke Shaw's and players like that, I don't think you're going to sell. Same with this. And with Arsenal, with some of these fringe players, the players that the Arsenal fans are like, this player needs to go. He adds no value to Arsenal. I think they're going to be the ones that they struggle to sell. But Jesus, where you think, you know what? If we keep him, he is kind of an asset and he can contribute when he's here. But we can get some money for him. You know what I mean? So Nketiah, good luck trying to sell him.
Yeah,
I mean, for the money that they'll get, they're never going to be able to replace.
I bet West Ham signing Nketiah. I bet your club gets him. I bet West Ham sign him.
Would you like?
We had West Ham.
Would you like Nketiah instead of Antonio? I like Antonio.
I like Antonio, but Antonio, if it is an upgrade on Antonio for where Antonio is now, but I wouldn't pay whatever Arsenal wanted for him with English tax and all that.
If I'm Arsenal, I'd sell Eddie Nketiah and Gabriel Jesus, and I'd go after an Isak or a Gyökeres, and then try and get someone like an Elise. If you had Elise and Gyökeres, or Elise and as Isak to that front line with Nketiah and Jesus leaving, suddenly again it's just got deeper, stronger, faster, more dangerous. And listen, rivals will hate hearing it, but they do that, they're just going to get scarier.
It's going to be more scarier.
Yeah.
Oh, more scary.
It's going to be more scary, bro.
Yeah, they're getting scary.
It's going to be a couple of videos a day instead of one. One for Alicia, one of Isak.
Yeah, shitting myself. Be shitting myself.
Literally.
Bro, but Arsenal, to be honest, like if they win the league this season, I said it, they will have a better head start than Man City before the market. And people don't like that, but that's true. That's
better what?
Okay, so if Arsenal win the league this season, if Man City drop points and Arsenal win the league, at that day, Arsenal has a better start than Man City. Now they're going both to the transfer market, right?
Next season. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know who Man City are gonna pick up. They're saying Guimaraes, Paqueta, whatever. But I think at that point in time, Arsenal need to get the market right because they have a head start ahead of Man City. Next season.
It's gonna be a very interesting summer. Super chat here. First one says, Terry, sadly his knee is gone. There's a pre-World Cup Jesus was fire. He's scheduled for another surgery in the summer, probably keyhole surgery, but yeah, it looks mangled. With the second star, are Inter now as big as Milan?
No, because Milan have 7 Champions Leagues and we have 3 only. But we have more league titles than them. We're in the same place as Man United and Liverpool. Who's bigger, Man United or Liverpool?
Man United.
Okay, why you're bigger?
Because I'm biased. Eddie should be the first attacker out. I hear you, Tevin. Rice winning 1 Premier League at Arsenal is greater than 5 at City. Now, I'm not going to go that far. That's too far. I'm talking about his legacy in the game as opposed to 1 versus 5 trophies. I think there's a nuance and a difference in that personally. This doesn't make sense. Stop chatting. I think it means Waz blood. Yeah, but when you spell blood like that, it's meant to be BLUD, not blood as in actual blood. Thank you, bro. But there we go. I would much rather Eze over Elise, 100%.
Well, either one. Eze is not a winger.
Yeah, they're both excellent players, though.
I would take Elise. I think I'd have Elise over Eze personally.
Yeah. Eze have had his problems, and Eze's older, bro.
I think he's had quite a few injuries. Yeah, Eze as well.
Yeah, so. Eze's 27 or something. Elise is younger.
Is Eze 20? He can't be 27.
Jeez, no way.
26, 27. I'm sure.
I thought he was like 24.
20. He turns 26 in the summer. You are right. Yeah,
people think Eze is like a youngster. He's not.
Yeah, he's been there a while. Now I like Elise. I mean, right wing as well. Challenge Saka. I'd like him at Man United personally. I'd like Man United to go and get Elise this summer. I don't think we could, but I mean, our right hand side needs to be improved. We might raise some money though. I hope that Sancho balls out tonight. I hope he makes a final. I hope he wins the damn thing because it will help us. Hat-trick in the final or something.